Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? Porky here. You know, don't you? You know. Right, first of all, I want to thank you all for liking and subscribing and leaving comments to videos. It means a lot to me. Let's go straight in with something a bit different, shall we? David Allen against Christian Aimer. I don't really know what to say about this one. Dave Allen's like a bad smell, isn't he, that just won't go away. He is, isn't he? You've got to give him his credit. He's worked his ticket, hasn't he? Because he can't fight for toffee, can he? Right? He can't fight for toffee. But he's likeable, isn't he? But look, you'll get punched all over by Aimer. I know David personally, and we know what David's punch output is, don't we? Right? I don't want to hear all these people like John Fury and other people like that saying if Dave Allen turns up in shape and this and that. Look, when has Dave ever turned up in shape? He might look in shape, but actual punch output shape. When has he turned up ever in fight condition where he's throwing punches? Nick Webb fight, he was losing that. Brown fight, he was losing that. So when has he turned up in shape where we're seeing him throw punches? I don't want to hear all this, it's Operation White Rhino 8.5 and all this rubbish. I want to see some punches thrown. I don't want to see it blocked by his head. I want to see punches thrown and his head moving from side to side. But I think he's being fed to lions or thrown under a bus, whatever you want to call it. Aimer is way too much for Dave Allen, way too much. But David will keep getting chances because he's created this Mr. Humble routine, hasn't he? Man of the people, and you people like Boxing Social, IFL, he's palled them up and he's manipulated it. He worked his ticket. He's done well. He knows he's done well, but the moral of the story is at what detriment to his health has he done well? Because all I see here is he's getting his head punched all over the place by Aimer. That's what I see. Aimer's a wily old fox. I don't want to hear about all that. Oh, I've been sparring Usyk. He's there to replicate Chisora, and I was saying Chisora beats Usyk. No. Dave Allen's gone to spar Usyk to mimic Chisora, which he can't do. So he's gone there. He'll have been punched about by Usyk. That's it. Does that mean that he's ready now to fight Aimer? No, it doesn't. It's just lip service. What's happening with Dave Allen is happening in front of our eyeballs. Nobody's saying a word, are they? They're just letting it all carry on. Oh, it's Dave. It's good old Dave. He's humble. He's a humble guy. He's one of your own. He's had his head punched about now for the last few years, and nobody's saying a word. I mean, it's only 15 months ago that he's saying that he's a tired old rhino and he needs putting out to pasture and he's had enough and he's retiring. That was 15 months ago. Since then, we've had the Dorian Darch fight, which is still under investigation by the authorities. They've only stopped the investigation because of the pandemic. So the Darch fight is being still investigated. So that's all he's done since then. And now he's in with Aimer. I mean, why couldn't they put him in with Tom Little and build him up? I mean, what happened to Dave saying he's got to start again and build up and go through levels? Area, English, British, Commonwealth, European, world. You can't just keep jumping in with European guys because you're missing area, English, British, Commonwealth. So you're missing 4 levels and jumping in on level 5. That's like somebody playing for Donny Rovers and going and getting a game with Real Madrid, coming on for the last 20 minutes as a goalkeeper for Real Madrid and letting 3 goals in. Am I right? Where's his head at? What happened to building up and getting a belt, learning your craft? Tom Little, people like that, Babic, fight people like that, Fabio Wardley. You might get them after Aimer fight, but it might be a bit too late then. You've lost more brain cells, so I don't get it. What's going on? Obviously Eddie's looked at the numbers and thought, well, when Dave fights, they have a few more extra buys in Doncaster from pay-per-view. Maybe, I don't know, but we're watching somebody get punched about upside down every year. At least once a year they're letting him get smashed about. We had it last year with David Price, and now we've got this year with Amo. And when's it going to end? Who's going to put a stop to this? Is Jamie Moore? No, because they're getting the cut, aren't they? They're not going to say a word. They're just going to tell Dave, oh Dave, if you train you can do this and do that. I don't want to hear about all that. If Dave turns up in shape, we seem to be going round in circles with this. It's been going on for far too long. Who's looking out for Dave Allen? Who's advising him? Is he putting money before health? Who's advising him? Who? Who's advising Dave Allen? Who? Going in there with Hamer. Tyson Fury fought him before he fought Vladimir. Hamer is way too much for David. Way too much. That's just my opinion. And it's sad. It's in front of our eyeballs. We've seen it with Golovkin, with Kell Brook and then Spence. It was in front of our eyeballs, and now we're seeing it with Crawford. What same's happening to Dave Allen, but on a lesser scale? It's in front of your eyeballs, and people just keep turning away, don't they? And you know when Dave's talking like Riddick Bowe like that, nobody will give a flying hoot about him. Nobody. Because that's the nature of the beast. So, alright, so peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Alright, don't have nightmares, David.